Hey everyone, welcome to Plants and Politics. So, a really interesting story here. Jessica Peck is a former Republican from Colorado, and she told a local Fox News journalist that widespread voter fraud is a myth concocted by her former party. And how does she know this? Well, Peck used to be an election law attorney for the GOP. In fact, Peck even ran on the Republican ticket in 2004. She wanted to become a Colorado senator. She failed in her bid for that position, and so then she continued on helping other Republicans. She advised their candidates and she filed lawsuits on their behalf against their rivals or county clerks. She alleged voter fraud or campaign finance irregularities. And then in 2012, Peck began working with the group called True the Vote. So this was a right-wing racist group that pretends to be bipartisan. They claim that they're all about preventing voter fraud, but at the same time, what they do is they actively and successfully disenfranchise minority voters. So Peck now told Fox News that she not only left the Republican Party in 2016, but she actually changed her practice. She realized how illegitimate their claims of voter fraud were, and so she switched to being a family law specialist. She told the interviewer, quote, "I was asked to find voter fraud, and there is no wide-scale voter fraud. And if anyone wanted to find it, it was me. It doesn't exist. Not once did I find a credible systemic allegation of voter fraud. And if I couldn't find it as a seasoned election law expert, I believe it couldn't exist. I was incentivized to find it. I wanted to find it. I believed it could exist. And if I couldn't find it, I'm not sure that anybody could have found it. I'm feeling immense pressure to file lawsuits based on voter fraud that didn't exist. And I couldn't be part of a system where we are filing lawsuits based on fraudulent claims of voter fraud. And that's what was happening." So she's very clear. If anyone could find it, it was her. If anyone had a motive to find it, it was her, and she couldn't. Not to say that there's not voter fraud, but it is not widespread. It's not a systemic issue. Peck said that some of her lawsuits did make mail-in ballots more secure, and that any legitimate concerns about mail-in voting were resolved a long time ago. She also told Fox News that she blames Trump and other Republicans for what happened at the Capitol on Wednesday, and that the true fraud was Trump's lies to his base, which I think we all agree upon. She told the reporter, quote, "If those systems do not work, how is it that the same systems landed Republican victories elsewhere? And that's the thing Donald Trump cannot answer." Yeah, and I've been saying the same thing. How it doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand that if Democrats truly had flipped votes, if they truly had committed widespread systemic voter fraud, they would have taken a majority in the Senate. They wouldn't have lost House seats. They would have increased Biden's win. Biden won by a very narrow margin in only a few states. If they really wanted to secure a massive victory that couldn't be argued, they would have run up the score all over the place. They would have done it in Texas. Everyone thought that Texas was going to finally flip to the Democrats. It was a massive concern, even with Republicans. Republicans were sounding the alarm and saying, we could get wiped out. This could be horrific for the Republican Party. And that didn't happen. Democrats lost House seats. Democrats didn't, in the first go round, win the majority in the Senate. And Biden narrowly, I mean, yes, the popular vote was huge. He won by over 7 million votes as far as the popular vote goes. But as far as the electoral college goes, yeah, he won a huge amount of them, but by a very, very slim margin. just 20,000 votes here or there, or 15,000 votes here or there, especially in Georgia, could have been a completely different outcome. No common sense being used, but you got to be a special kind of stupid to believe that someone that goes by a letter of the alphabet is a real person and is telling you real things that are going to happen. So, and then keep believing it when none of it comes true. Oh, but tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow it's going to happen. All right, guys, as always, like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching and listening. Talk with you soon. Take care.